Hi, this is Rebecca Skillen, and this is CC Cycle 1, Week 6. All right. So we start our day off at our community in my class, the Journeymen and Ladies, with our affirmations, which are right here. My daughter came up with the tune to, I don't exactly remember what the song is because I only know it by the affirmations now, which is affirmations, God loves me and he thinks that I'm amazing. I am kind and I am an encourager. My mouth speaks kind words, my heart obeys and does what is right. My mind is smart and I love to learn. I will do my best. And I used to know what that song is, but now I know it as the affirmation song. So in our class, we start with geography. I did not come up with a song for this, and all the resources that I found really didn't have either a song that I liked or didn't have a song. So we learned about Greece and ancient Greece and present day Greece, same place. Macedonia was right above the Greece area, and Aegean Sea, or Aegean Sea, I think is how some of them pronounced it. I've looked up some different definitions of what Aegean means in Greek. What I really liked that I found was that Aegean is Greek for wavy coast. And if you look at the coastline of the Aegean Sea, it is kind of wavy. There's some other stories about why the Aegean Sea might be named Aegean Sea, but that one worked for me to help remember. We have the island of Crete and we have the island of Rhodes. And so I found some of the timeline cards that kind of follow what we're talking about right here, and that the Mycenaeans were in Greece and they worked with gold and made jewelry and masks and goblets and bronze weapons, and that the Minoans were on the island of Crete, and that they, I believe, also visited Rhodes. So we just kind of connected our timeline cards to geography. Peloponnesian Wars were another war that happened with Athens and Sparta in Greece, and the Golden Age of Greece. So we just kind of talked a little bit about that and pointed throughout our map where these locations were. So Greece, Macedonia, Crete, and Rhodes in the Aegean Sea. We jump over to math, and again, right now it's working to use the agility ladder while we shout out our multiplication facts and then skip count for number 6 and 7. Prepositions, we practice our prepositions. We squat down for down, during, except, and then stand up. For, like you're giving something for someone, and then from, it's from you. So down, during, except, for, and from. Moved over to history. Tell me about some ancient Greeks. Did Homer, a famous poet, Pythagoras, a famous mathematician, and we made the triangle. Socrates, a famous, I was going to do Socrates, a famous philosopher. Kids came up with pointing to their shoe or their sock. So Socrates, a famous philosopher, and Archimedes, a famous, this is, I've been told this is the sign language for create. So Archimedes, a famous inventor, shaped Western ideas. And then ancient Greek city-states, city, so we kind of squatted down like we're sitting, city-states were among the first democracies, and as it goes up in the music, we stood up. So that was a lot of fun. They loved it. For science, we did what are the major groups of vertebrates? Fish, amphibians, reptiles, mammals, and birds. They all live on a farm. And so we did fish, we swam around the room. Amphibians, we hopped around the room like a frog. Reptiles, we slithered or crawled on our bellies like a reptile. Mammals, we pointed to ourselves. And then birds, we flew around the room. So that was fun for that. Timeline, I pulled out the timeline cards and we sang through the timeline a couple times, and then I was just like, oh no, I dropped my cards. And so 3 of them played around, and as we were singing it, put it in order. And then after they were done, the other 4, you know, oh no, we dropped our cards, and then they put them together. So they really liked that. Latin is a review from last week. So it's us, e, o, o, us, e, o, o, and then plural is e, orum, is, os, is. Again, just practicing this and listening to the either your CDs or your app to really get the pronunciation there. So that was our new grammar. For fine arts, we finished our final project, and I realize I don't have that with me, but I will post a video of what mine looked like. So we did perspective last week with lines, and then this week we drew animals using our oils, and creatures with our oils, and plants underwater with oils. And then at the end, once everybody was done drawing and coloring in with crayon, then we painted with watercolors, whatever color of blue, green that they wanted. And they turned out really, really cool. So I will put the link in there for you if you're interested in that project. I split that project up, like I said, into 2 weeks. So week 5, we drew the aquarium and the perspective of making it look like that 1-point perspective, and then incorporated the drawing for week 6. Science, fooling your tongue and trickery was a lot of fun. We had some great conversations with that. And we did the apple and vanilla part of the experiment, and then our director had brought in cotton candy grapes, and I had them hold their nose initially to take a bite of the grape, and then let them let go of their nose, and I asked them what the grape tasted like, and some of them were like, tastes like cotton candy. And so that was a lot of fun, of even just adding a little bit of trickery to what they were tasting. So review, we followed our sea creature inspiration of our fine arts, and I drew like a big anemone or seaweed, however you wanted, whatever you saw it, perceived it as. It was just a green shape on the whiteboard, and then depending on what they rolled after they answered their question, they got to add on to the sea anemone. And one of I think it was, if you rolled a 2, you got to add a living thing to the picture. So whether that was a predator, a fish, you know, whatever you wanted to add to it. And they had a lot of fun with that. So that was our weekend review. I apologize for not getting this up sooner. Our weeks have been a little crazy recently. So next week's gonna be even more crazy because due to some personal things going on, I am not only tutoring foundations, but I will be tutoring essentials next week. And I'm excited and nervous all at the same time, but I know that I can do it as a lead learner, and I do not have to be perfect. I'm just going to do my best. So have a wonderful week, and see you soon.